Well, good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of Take 5. It is January 28th, 2012, Saturday. We are in Luke chapter 12, verse 54. He also said to the crowds, "When you see a cloud rising in the west, you say at once, a shower is coming. And so it happens. And when you see the south wind blowing, you say, there will be scorching heat. And it happens. You hypocrites, you know how to interpret the appearance of earth and sky, but why do you not know how to interpret the present time?" Jesus was doing all these miracles, and it was obvious he'd come from God, and he was preaching all these messages, and yet a lot of the crowd couldn't understand what was really happening. And many times in our own lives, God is doing a great work, but we don't interpret it correctly. We're too busy, we're too occupied with everything else going on to see what's really happening. Oh, we can look up at the sky, and like today here in Simpsonville, South Carolina, I've got a beautiful sunny day, and I can say, it's nice and it's pretty and it's warm outside. Or if it was covered with clouds, I could say it's probably going to rain. But sometimes God's doing something amazing in our lives and we miss it. Let's make sure we can interpret what God's doing correctly. Now in verse 57 he says, "And why do you not judge for yourselves what is right? As you go with your accuser before the magistrate, make an effort to settle with him on the way, lest he drag you to the judge, and the judge hand you over to the officer, and the officer put you in prison. I tell you, you will never get out until you have paid the very last penny." Alright, you got something between you and somebody else. But this time, it's pretty serious. The guy wants to take you to the judge, and he wants to take you to jail. Well, you need to resolve things. And the point here is you just need to try to work things out with people if somebody's got an issue with you. Just try to get along with people. Try to have peace with them. Now, it's interesting. Jesus said he didn't come to bring peace but division. So there is going to be division because you stand up for Christ. But ultimately, he wants you to make the effort you can make to have peace with people. It says in one of the, I think 1 Timothy or somewhere, as far as it depends on you, maybe it's Romans, live at peace with everyone. So you need to try to make it, but understand that some people aren't going to want to have peace with you simply because you are a Christian. All right, hey, enough for today. I know it was a short one. Come back tomorrow for the next edition of Take 5.